Hey. There's a lot going on right now. Too much. I'm doing I'm doing everything I can not to let this break me. But I gotta tell you, it isn't easy. I never thought I'd think about you this much. I never thought that I would feel the way that I feel right now. Because I didn't even know that what I thought I was feeling before was wrong. You and I both know that I have spent a really long time wearing a mask, trying my best to hide my flaws, to hide the truth of who I've become. You are one of the few people, I mean, really, if anyone in my whole world that saw through it immediately, that never really quite believed me when I said, hey, this is who I am. And yet, I have to admit, you also gave me that time and that chance to just be me. And so sometimes I think I forgot that you knew none of this is really me. And now I'm sitting here and I just feel so foolish. Because when I really think back, what the hell? Hello? What just happened? Oh, this is going to be intense. Can anyone hear my voice? It just shut down. Can you hear me, guys? What in the weirdness was that? I'm sorry, guys. That was crazy. Let me just take a second. If you're here right now, I'm just going to be real. I don't know if they want you to hear this. And I have tried doing love letters for almost a month, and no one, not a single one, will go through. And now I don't even know if anyone's here. This is crazy. You guys can hear me? Let me just refresh myself. This. It's like I feel like they finally want to tell the truth, and now something is blocking it. And the question is, are they blocking it themselves? Or is something blocking it? Because it knows that if you hear this, it's going to change something. Okay, just... Yeah. Wow. seems like I had this vision of who could and would accept me. I had this belief that I had to be a certain way, to think a certain way, to live a certain way in order to be accepted at all. And something has made me realize that not only have I been wrong, but that I have been holding myself back this entire time. And when I think back to the very beginning, to when I first felt your energy, I know that I have been misunderstanding this entire time. I am so used to being a part of the world where everyone uses everyone, where everyone wants something from each other. And I have tried to just experience the world trusting that that is normal, that it's normal for people to want something out of me and for me to want something out of others. And I admit that when I met, I your energy, it brought me to a state of desire. It made me look at the world in all its richness and think, there's more. There's more than I've ever been willing to seek out for myself. And there's so much more than what people have tried to tell me I should accept. But it also made me feel like there was so much more that I would have to give. Because I couldn't really let go of this idea that in order to experience, I had to provide the experience. In order to share time and space and energy with someone, I had to give them the same. I had to be entertaining. I had to be engaging. I had to offer more than the next person, or else I wasn't worth anything. And I think that I was really excited about the fact that that wasn't us. You and I, we were beyond transactional. There was this natural flow between us. And it felt, I can't even say it felt like home, because the truth is, I understand that idea, right, of home. But I never had that feeling of safety and security and peace of mind and all the things that make a house a home and that make even a person a home. And so there was this part of me that saw there was something more between us. But there were these other parts of me that said, there is a lot here that you have to fulfill, that you have to step into, that you have to rise up to. And what I really experienced with you was paradise. It wasn't home. I can't accept home. It was deeper than that. It was almost ancient or something. It went beyond my understanding and my experiences. And it touched me. And I started to look at the mask that I've been wearing for so long, at this identity of lies. And I realized that that paradise I felt with you, I wanted I wanted that, not just more, but I wanted it deeper. I wanted the full experience. And I couldn't really have that because in order for me to be the person in the paradise, I had to sacrifice the parts of myself that wanted nothing more than to put the mask back on and to lie and to pretend that everything was fine and that I was happy where I was. But I don't really know if I've ever been happy. I think I've spent so much of my life trying to make other people happy and having people tell me why I couldn't be happy yet. So many people in my life making me think that I was just a failure and that I was not enough. And that if I wanted more, I had to toughen up and I had to see life for what it was. I don't think you understand that everything about you and about us goes against everything I know about the world and what's real. And just experiencing your energy for what it was. I try to lie. I try to lie even to myself. And I tell myself that I don't remember, but that's not true. I do remember. I remember everything. I remember how he made me feel. I remember how my heart was racing. I remember this desire that I had. And I remember feeling peace for the first time in my entire life. I've tried to recreate it, but I can't. That paradise that I felt with you, it was so otherworldly. It was so out of my understanding that it was easier for me to make excuses about why it wasn't real and you weren't real and that nothing was what it seemed than to just be honest with myself and say, maybe this is the moment that I've been looking for, searching for, praying for. Maybe this is the one. I don't think you knew that I had already given up. I kind of believed that there wasn't really a chance for me. I, even now, I'm still torn about whether or not I think that love is real and that it's possible to really find your match. And because truth be told, I feel like me and you just got lucky. That I just got lucky. That you would even notice me. That you would even see me. That with everything you had going on and every opportunity you had in your life to go forward without even acknowledging my existence, that you would even look at me. That you would even breathe the same air I breathe. And I know it's dramatic, but you don't get it. You don't know how low I've gone, how low I stooped because I was told that's where I belonged. And to look at you and think that maybe you were looking at me, to know you the way that I know you now, it just doesn't seem right. It almost doesn't seem fair to you because I know I'm lucky, but if you knew the battle, if you knew what I had been enduring this whole time just to love you, I feel ashamed. I can't imagine that you would look at me and what's inside me and think, wow, I feel so honored. I wouldn't. And it's just been a lot for me this whole time to think that you and I, in all the lifetimes and all the possibilities and all the chances that this could be our moment. And what scares me is this was so long ago, and it's just, it doesn't even make sense to call it that, and yet it feels right. It feels like I have been waiting and that I was promised you. And it also feels like I have been cursed to never truly know love. And to go back and forth between that for so long, it's just been a lot. And lately, I feel embarrassed because things have actually started to get better. Things have started to change in my life and in my world. But it's almost like it doesn't matter now. Because all I can think about is you. It's like I want my life to change so that I can alter things and change the course and the trajectory and everything that I am and where I'm headed so that I can make sure that I am all lined up with you and your path and your future. And the more that I try, the more that I seem to fail. Because the deeper that I think about all this, it just doesn't make any sense. There's just so much that you don't know. There's so much that you don't understand. And because I held it back, I worry now that it would just sound like excuses, reasons for me to do what I do and to have been how I've been. And I don't want that. I want to go back to the beginning and just pour it all out like you did with me. That raw love that you gave me, it has filled me with regret. And I don't put any blame on you for it. I feel in my heart of hearts that you have just been you. You haven't tried to hurt me. You haven't tried to be fake. You haven't tried to lie. You have simply been you. And because I didn't even know who I was or what I really wanted, all I knew was everything that I thought I was supposed to be, everything everyone had told me that I was in a very limited way. I never really connected the dots between us. But now I can't help but look and think, damn, it was right there the whole time. It was in every word you said to me. It was in everything that you did, every move you made, your love, all of it showed me it was time. But I was so used to doing battle. I was so used to everything going wrong and being wrong that I couldn't believe what I was experiencing. And I looked to you for guidance. But because your guidance was so different from the world, from the people I had been around, It was so encouraging and positive, and you believed in me, and the path that you saw for us and for me was so much bigger than anything I thought I could ever be. I just put everything on you. Something in me figured that you were strong enough to handle carrying our love for both of us, holding it all together for both of us. It really hurts me to think about it, because I realize now how heavy, just how heavy what I had you carrying truly was. Our love is so powerful and so strong and so confusing. It is so much bigger than anything I thought I knew in that moment, and even in this very moment. And I asked you to do it alone. There are so many things that I feel this deep, great shame over. And that's one of them. Thinking that just because you were strong, that you deserve to carry it all. And so now, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for pushing me away. I feel like I created this monster. I feel like I created this heaviness and this pain and this blockage between us. And yet I find it absolutely devastating. This is my life. This is what you don't know about me. Or at least I think you don't. That I'm like a set of scales. And I carry both sides, and they weigh me down. And I feel like I have made more mistakes than I could ever fix. How could I do this to us? How could I do this to you? How could I treat you the way that I treated you, knowing what I know about you? And then on the other hand, of course I did. I ruined this. I ruined us, like I ruined everything else. It's exhausting. And as I look back, I really want to believe that you and I, in another world and another dimension, another lifetime, that we had it all. That we had that almost fairy tale that people say is real, but so many never see. I have to believe it, because I can't really go forward thinking that in no universe do we ever get to be happy. I am filled deeply with regret. And all I can really imagine is you doing the right thing, the smart thing, and just moving on. Erasing me from your life. It's It's what I would do. But every time I start to imagine you doing what I would do, I am reminded that I have been a coward and that you are strong and you're powerful and you don't give up like that. Every time I start to think that you should do what I would do, there's a part of me that rejoices because you don't. Because even if I hurt you, and even if I went too far, you are so full of love. You are so sweet. You are so pure. Even if the fires of your heart burned down to the last ember, they would never go out. You're not like me in that way. You're not cold. You didn't let life jade you like I let life jade me. And I'm grateful. And because of that, because of your strength, I do believe that somewhere, somehow, we are okay. We are happy. And that means that somewhere out there in this multiverse of my mind, I am okay too. You know, that thought really broke me. That somewhere out there, there's a version of me that was worthy of you. Not even some perfect version that came in and loved you well, but a version of me that was willing to take everything I thought I knew and throw it aside and say, it doesn't matter. All that matters is you. And it killed me because I couldn't help but wonder, how do I know if that's not me? I think I'm seeing some vision of some other place, but what if there is a part of me that is so strong and sure and passionate and just waiting to be unleashed to love you? Not for what I want, really, not for anything that I desire, but simply to make sure that you are fulfilled. I was shocked because I thought that I would feel a pang of jealousy or this pain, or I don't know. I thought that I would feel anything but what I felt, but all I could feel is hope. That maybe it is me, and maybe it is now, and maybe it is this lifetime where I change. I wish you could understand, this is not me. I have been thriving on my vices for so long. I have been so determined to be who I am for the rest of my life, and to hold on to all my wants and needs and desires, and to completely let go of any semblance of chivalry or of love or of engaging in some deep connection. Like, I promised myself that I wouldn't put myself through that, because no one really knows this, but I am terrified of losing. I am terrified of being without, even if that means being without you, without the love of my life, without a partner. And I have gone a really long way in my life to make certain that my losses didn't count. To make sure that anything that happened to me, that anything that happened in my life, I was so detached from it, and I was so far away from it that it didn't matter, so that I didn't feel that pain. There's so much about me that I have lied, that I have hidden, that I have kept from you, partly because of shame. Heaps and heaps and heaps of shame, but partly because it is such a vulnerable place to be the real me, to just acknowledge the truth, to just be honest and real about what I'm feeling has been, every time I do it, it's a mistake. Even with me, even with myself, even when I just try to be honest with me, I am so embarrassed. And so to get here, all the way here, and to realize that I put us in such a predicament with the way that I chose to pursue life, it scared me. You scare me. Just being willing to tap into those parts of myself that I didn't even want to know, that I didn't even want to acknowledge were real. Let alone for all of that to be connected to this person who was so full of love and forgiveness and kindness. And if I took away all the things about you that you had to offer me because of how stubborn and foolish I was, and if I just looked at you in your purity, oh my God. I just can't believe that I did this. I can't believe that I let this happen to us. But more than ever, I can't believe that I let myself get so far gone that when I had a lottery ticket, my ticket for the future, when I had something that people could only dream of, that I would let it slip away. Hell, let me be honest, that I would push you away. That I would do that to myself. It just sent me spiraling. I never knew what it meant to yearn and to burn for someone until you. I never knew what it meant to feel anything at the depth that I felt it with you. How could I miss that? How could I do this? I was in agony for such a long time, asking myself how I did this to you. But when I processed that I did it to me, that even in my mind, when I thought that I was doing such a good job protecting myself from pain and loss, it was never enough. I came into your world. And at that very moment, I could have dropped the mask. I could have let go, but instead, I destroyed us. I saw you, and I know I've had so much time to think about this. I know that I pushed you away, and I know that I had my reasons, and I, in so many cases, really thought it was right. In so many cases, I really thought to myself, this is the best thing that I can do for me. I really believed in my heart that I was going to hurt you, that I wasn't going to be able to be the person you needed me to be. But so much time has passed. And I've had so much time to process all of this. And even making those excuses for myself, or even if it's not an excuse, and just trying to humanize the feelings that I felt, and to give even myself that chance to just say, you don't know what you don't know, and you didn't know what you didn't know. You know, I've tried it all. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because what you came to offer, you were an answer to every prayer I've ever prayed. You were the stillness in the storm for me. And pushing you away, I see now all I did was push my true self away. I see now all I did was ruin the time we could have had together. And now I'm trying to figure out not only how to make up for that and how to fix this moment, but I can't help but wonder if I can repair this, if I can fix us, if I can change the atmosphere. How will either of us forget what we've been missing? Is the love that you and I share together enough to wipe the slate clean? Or did I go too far? Did I take such a long time that I lost the love of my life, the only one for me, and solidified a lifetime of lying to myself? I don't want to think that way. And I know you wouldn't want me to think that way. But it's such a strange thing, gaining wisdom, I guess. It almost feels like it's a little late, because now I understand that there are certain things that just, without a miracle, they can't be fixed, they can't be solved, they can't be changed. And to know that I can't go back and fix what I've broken is driving me crazy. I just want to turn back. But I ask myself, are you actually able? Because it's not as if I didn't see it or I didn't feel it. I did. I absolutely felt everything. I saw everything. I knew everything. I knew the moment that I could feel your presence my person was here. And in that moment, I still ruined it. So, is it really possible for me now? Now that, yeah, I feel it, but I'm also weighed down by all these regrets. And yeah, I know what I messed up and what I'm missing out on, but there's this part of me that says, you learned your lesson and that's your lesson. There is a part of me that believes that there is no saving, there is no going back. Is that the wisdom of the world? Is that the wisdom of some divine being? Is that just my old self, my doubts, my negativity creeping in? I don't know anymore. I feel like the best thing that I could do is to start over, to never look back, and to race headlong, head first into your arms and just beg and follow until you receive me. But I am so confused at how to love you now. Haven't I created this awkwardness? Haven't I ruined what we could have? If I'm supposed to live the rest of my life alone, to be honest with you, I thought that was it already. Why can't I get you off my mind? Why can't I let go of this idea that there's still a chance for us, even when I can't see what that chance is? Why am I so desperate just to talk to you when I don't even think that you would receive me, or that I could control myself and actually tell you how I really feel without just getting so overwhelmed and ruining it? I have never been more confused in my life. And I thought that was already the case so long ago. When you came into my world, I didn't think I could get more confused. You weren't supposed to exist. Something like what we had, someone like you, wasn't supposed to be real. And it's just like, as time goes on, I go through these new levels of, this can't be happening. This can't be real. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to do this. And yet I cannot stop. It's like I'm given this peek of the next thing, of the next phase, of the possibilities, and I can't help but peek in and look. And just the idea that maybe you and I could have anything. It's almost laughable that I think that's even possible for me after what I put you through. That it's even a chance for me after how I have behaved in this life. It's confusing. But lately, I can't help but think it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if I'm confused, or if I'm afraid, or if I feel like it's laughable. What matters is how you feel about me. What matters is what you think of me, and whether or not you could ever accept me, to have me back. What matters is what I might have to do for another chance with you. That's what matters. And I feel so stupid because it feels like it's so far away. It feels like it's been over and done, and that I'm in my feelings or something. Like there's it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel real. It feels foolish. It feels like a lie. But I know it's not. I have spent so much of my life denying my feelings. Why would I trust them now? The only ones that matter, the only things that matter are the ones that keep telling me, you're it. You've been it. You've been the one, and I am an idiot, and I have to stop with the games and the nonsense, and I should just lay my cards out on the table and just tell you I have been in love with you for longer than I even realized. That I have been doing everything I can to avoid how I feel, and yet my soul had me on a path towards you the entire time. That there are things in me that I simply cannot control, that would never let me let you go. Is it possible for me to just be real? Would it even matter to you? Because I feel like no matter which direction I go, I see these reminders of you, and I see things that make me want to settle down and just be, and to stop the endless chase and running and pursuing and of just nothingness, and just love you and let myself love you at that. I mean, it doesn't make sense because it goes against everything that I told myself I needed to be safe. And yet I am not safe being who I am. And I hated that you saw through that. I hated that you knew instantly. I hated that I couldn't keep that from you. But I loved it. I was so grateful. I was so happy that I didn't have to explain it again and again and again. I didn't have to play the game with you because you could see through every moment of it. You wouldn't let me, you wouldn't allow my foolishness to destroy us like I tried. I was so grateful that someone out there could see through the facade and the mask and could know I am full of it, and I am in pain, and I am exhausted, and I am not okay. And I spent so long trying to convince the world that it was all good and nothing mattered, and I was cool, and it was cool, and you knew I was full of it, and it was such a relief. But it was also a lot. And I wish that I could just talk to you about this without getting upset, but I do. I just get in, I don't know, into these moods. And I let myself speak out two different sides of my mouth. And I'm not real. And I'm not honest. And to be honest, in times there have been people who could see little bits, little pieces of me when I was tired, when I was struggling to hide it all. Like, I really didn't like that. And so at the same time that I was just in utter relief of being seen and being known by you, I was infuriated that my mask was failing. And I hate this. I hate that I have not been a single person. I have been this dual being. I have been this liar, not just lying to you, but lying to myself, telling myself that I was happy when I was just numbing the pain, telling myself that I wanted to be alone when I was desperate for love, and not just for some companion, just a warm body, but for like a second sight, like a knowing that I never knew that I knew I needed. I hate myself sometimes. I hate that I am this person that I know you should be ashamed of. You should not be proud of what we are and what we have. And then there's this other part of me that knows that if I wanted to, I could be everything that I was supposed to be. But then what would that prove to the world that keeps pushing me down? What would it prove to all those people out there who I said, I just need a chance, I just need help, whatever? It would prove that I was the failure. This is what I did to us. I brought my problems, my pain, my denial, my delusions, my narcissism, my foolishness, every high and low, every part of myself, good, bad, and ugly, and I poured it out on you. Because all I could think is, if you ever see any of this in me and you leave me, I won't survive it. I won't survive being loved by you and then being released by you. And so I thought, if I just showed you everything at once, but also nothing, if I overwhelmed you the way I felt overwhelmed, but also withheld, that I could at least maintain control. But all I did was heap brokenness upon you. And when I realized it, I cracked. I cracked a long time ago. And I hate it. I hate that you probably saw it happen and knew it was happening and knew that I wasn't okay. And that instead of saying something, you just loved me. I wish that you would have unleashed on me. I wish that you would have showed me that you were just like me and showed me your worst and become my enemy. I wish that you hated me so that I could hate you too. I wish that you had broken this spell that you put me under. I wished and I prayed and I screamed and I cried, but instead all you did was love me. Because then I had no excuse. Then I just had to look in the mirror and ask myself, what was the point? Did I want to love you? Did I want to break you? Did I want to hurt you? Did I want to heal you? What was the point? Why was I doing what I was doing if none of it was going to satisfy me? If none of it was going to help me? And I started to understand that I had become everything I loathe in this world. I mean, at this point, I know this sounds crazy, but at this point, I would rather just be evil, because at least evil has some sense of direction. I don't even have an excuse for what I did to us. I don't even have a reason. It didn't make me happy. It didn't make me feel better. It just confused me even more. Oh my God. I think of you a lot. More than I want to. Because as you can imagine, it isn't just the sweetness. It's not just that I miss you. It's all of it that comes with it. It's realizing that I don't even deserve to stand next to you. I mean, imagine that. I'm just living my life, and then you come into my mind, and I feel this surge of joy, and then instantly get knocked back down. It's I just don't know what to do. But all I really want is to know that you miss me, that you love me, that you still think of me, that you still hold on and hold out for our love. I want to believe that this isn't over. I don't even know what that could mean and how it could be possible, but it has become this almost desperate need that I have to just have you back. Back from what? I don't know. Because I never really had you. I never gave you my all. I never gave you what you deserved. I never gave you what I should. So to want to go back to where we were is crazy. But at least then I still felt like I had you. Now I feel like I have destroyed us. And I think of you incessantly. Dreaming of you, dreaming of me. Wanting you to desire me, to ache for me, to crave me. You have no idea. Sometimes I'm sick with what I want from you, because I know I don't deserve it. But I want you so bad. Body, mind, soul. I want you. I want to possess you, and I know that's not, I know it's not right. I know you're your own person, and you're so much better than me. You're so far beyond me that you shouldn't let me possess you, but I want it anyways. I want to hold you, to touch you. I want to make you mine. I want to possess you. There is no other way to put it. I want to possess you for lifetimes. I want to wake up born next to you. I don't want to be without you ever again. I am unhealthy about you at this point, and it is driving me insane. It just isn't right. It just isn't right. I have been doing everything I can to just even avoid any feelings, any thought of you. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just hate the guilt that I feel when I think these thoughts. When I want things from you that I don't deserve. When I want you to be my angel. And I also want you to take it like a good girl. Like, I don't know why I can't let it go. And why, like, I want you to just surrender to me when you already did, and I betrayed you. This is what I've become. I've become delusional. I've become crazy. All because I couldn't just give in. I couldn't just give in, and I don't know why. That's what's been plaguing me for so long. I made a decision so long ago that you and me, we are going to be together. We are going to be in love. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together. You don't actually know how long ago I made that choice. It's just that since then, I've had to figure out where I came between us, where I destroyed what should have already been, what should have already existed. I have been going to the ends of the earth in my mind, trying to understand me and what could possess me to do what I did, to treat you the way that I treated you, to act as if you were not what you clearly were in my life. I think about you day in and day out. There isn't really a moment that you're not with me. But I'm so disgusted with myself and what I did to us, and why the us that we should be right now isn't what it is. And I cannot find that answer. In truth, I think you know it. I think that you could probably read me up and down, left and right, and you could just tell me what it's been. But I am deeply afraid that even in my desire to hear the truth from you, even if I came to you and begged you to do it the moment that you started, everything in me that made me this way would come right back out. Everything in me that hurt you and broke you and made you decide that maybe you were wrong and that I wasn't the one, and that all the doubts that I've put in you, it's like I would do all of that and then turn around and be mad at you for it. Something is wrong with me. Something has been wrong with me for a really long time. And I can't do this to you again. I can't do this to us anymore. I can't allow this part of me that shouldn't even exist, that doesn't even make sense, to keep destroying my life, let alone someone that you're not just worthy of protection. It is, to say that is not even the crux. I want to protect you. I desire with everything that I am to be everything I'm supposed to be because of you. And I still can't control my words. I still lash out in pain. I still have thoughts that, when I actually take the time and think, what am I even thinking about? I am so ashamed. I don't know why I am like this. And I cannot hurt you anymore. To say that all I have towards you is lust is a lie. To say that all I want from you is help and answers and guidance and advice is a lie. To say that I only see you as some benefit to me is a lie. I've been lying to myself and telling myself these things so that I didn't feel the shame of feeling anything at all for you. And I have to figure out where the fuck this came from. Because if I ever hurt you again, that desire that I have to love you and possess you and provide for you and protect you will be turned upon me. Something has changed in me. Something has happened inside of me. And where in the past I was not willing to see what you saw, there is something in me now that wants to protect you from the world. I don't know if it's, maybe every generation says this, that things are getting worse and the world is decaying and dying, and I don't know if I'm just in fear or in negativity, but it feels like there is this crushing weight. And when I think about it, all I can think about is you. All I can think about is how I have wasted so much time when I should have been protecting you all along, when I should have been there for you, when I should have been figuring out how you love to be loved, how you desire to be desired. There is so much I have wasted when I could have just taken day by day, slowly but surely, without all this pressure of wasted time and foolish decisions and shame and embarrassment. I could have just loved you. By now, I could have built us a fortress and we could be in paradise. I could have taken what we had together and kept the world out, and you and I could still be in that bubble. I believe that. I didn't even think the honeymoon phase was a real thing. And now I feel like I took that from us. A lifetime of just pure love, simply just good energy, just at its most basic. That undeniable, that thing that makes people say we're soulmates. I took that from us. And all the while, I wasn't even happy. I don't want this anymore. I don't want you to hold back. I don't want you to avoid me because you know that you need protection from me. I don't want you to feel like letting me into your life would be a mistake. I want to make a life with you. And I'm willing to let go if I have to. I'm willing to be alone forever. If that's really what I'm meant for, if this is what I have brought upon myself, if this is what my actions have brought upon me, then fine. But I don't think I'm willing to do that without a fight anymore. I don't think I'm willing to risk this knowing on fear. I don't want to grow old and gray knowing that this was the lifetime, the timeline, the universe, where we were meant to make it. I know I don't deserve answers. I know I don't deserve your love. I know I don't even deserve your trust or even a chance. But what do you think is going on? I mean, have you known all along? Have you just been biding your time, waiting patiently, knowing that one day it would be? I wouldn't even be mad. I deserve it. I deserve the delay. But I need your help. I need to talk to you, and I don't even know how to approach the subject. I just can't do this without you anymore. I have been trying to figure this out without you for such a long time. I don't know what to do. I feel like I put myself in this position. I put myself where I have to figure it out on my own, and I just hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, then I don't even think my pride, I don't think that would come in the way again. if I'm missing something, if I just don't understand. There were points, I'll be honest, I didn't like feeling like that. I didn't, just being wrong would trigger me so much, and feeling like I missed something. I mean, my ego would just come in, but I need you. I need the one person who understood me before I even did. And I blew it up. I ruined it.